satisfecho.
Bush and Mee here in Chicago. Gonna hit up the city.
1, 2, 3. We're in Chi City with Bush and Mee. Welcome everybody to the Bush and Mee Show. I am your host, Jamon Bushrod, aka Bush. And to my left is my co-host, Mr.
Ryan Meehan, aka Me. We're here in Chicago at Barcocina. Shout out to Barcocina for letting us film this here. Jamon, a lot's been going on since the last time we were together.
For sure.
What's been going on? I'll tell you what's going on. There's still 2 undefeated teams out there. New England Patriots, San Francisco 49ers,
Hello.
Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
Common theme here. They played together like we said on the last episode.
Yeah.
And we also said this, but the trivia question is still alive now. Do you know who is the last team to beat Jimmy Garoppolo?
Anyone?
Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock.
T.U.
Towson University.
Hey, we always shouting them Tigers out on here, baby.
Any chance we can get to shout out Towson
You feel
on the
me?
Bush and Mee Show.
You feel me?
Homecoming today.
Yes.
Also, we still have 2 winless teams out there. Bengals and your Miami Dolphins. Last week we had 4 winless teams, so there's only 2. 2 teams pulled off the upsets. Well, the Redskins beat the Dolphins, so one of those teams were bound to win last week. Had to win.
Yeah,
They both were trying to lose it, though.
I think so.
At the end.
Seemed like they kind of wanted to tie it up.
They said, we got to go for 2 because we cannot play this game any longer. But the Jets did go into Dallas. The Jets hosted Dallas,
Yeah.
pulled off that upset.
It was a strong performance by the Jets, too.
Of course.
Yeah, real strong performance. So, yeah, I was happy to see Adam Gase finally get his first win with the Jets.
There you go.
It came against a team that was trending up, but they're kind of trending down. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Well, why don't we jump into that now? So Dallas is on a 3-game losing streak. They just lost to the Jets, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
I want to see your thoughts on Jason Garrett as a head coach. A lot of his old players are coming out now and kind of saying that he is the problem there. What are your thoughts on that?
There has to be some kind of issue. You know, obviously we're all into the social media. If you are on social media, definitely follow at Bush and Mee Show
Bush.
on all your platforms.
At Bush and Mee Show.
Yes. But I seen the clip when Jason Garrett tried to high-five his guys when they were coming off the field, when they were going back to the sideline, and he got left hanging about 3 or 4 times. So that was kind of a sign to me. And the fact
Denied.
Denied. And the fact that you have older players coming out to say things like that, it definitely doesn't help the team chemistry at all. So there's definitely something going on in Dallas. They either better fix it or the season could continue to go downhill.
Now, I'm going to ask you, do you think he's losing the locker room? But give everybody a player's perspective, because we don't get to hear that a lot. A lot of people out there just hear the media's point of view. So the media comes out with this. The media provides the platform for the old players to come in and say that he's the problem. Tell us how the media can kind of come into the locker room and create division. Do you guys allow that to happen? Do you think that's what's happening here?
Well, good teams don't allow that to happen.
Okay.
Because that's outside noise. You know, if you let the media, what's the media's job? The media's job is to get clicks, is to get likes, is to get people to look at.
Create controversy.
Yeah, exactly. So hello. So if you let the media drive a wedge between players, so if you have altercations, players versus players or players versus coaches, then, to me, you don't seem like you're ready to even go for the long haul. You're not ready to make the playoffs. You're not ready to go for a Super Bowl. Because if you're going to let outside noise, like the media, affect what you have going on in the locker room, your chemistry, then your team just isn't ready. And maybe they're just not ready. Maybe Jason Garrett is not the guy. Soon time will tell. They have a big test this week, Sunday Night Football. They host the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be a test for them. They're going to look themselves in the mirror and figure out, are they ready to win games? Are they ready to do what they were doing in the beginning of the season? Are they going to let controversy continue to come into the locker room and harm what they have going forward?
And that is our game of the week. So we will we'll dive into that more a little later.
We'll talk about that a little bit.
We will. Just a little taste for you guys. Patrick Mahomes got hurt the other night. I think this is a big loss for them. I think he's the engine that drives that train. But
I believe in Matt Moore.
You believe Matt Moore is going to come in?
Because I've seen his track record.
Okay.
I was a part of his track record. 2016, it was
former teammate.
Yes, I was with the Miami Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill got injured. He got injured versus the Cardinals, I believe. And Matt Moore came in. He got the job done. Matt Moore gets the ball out of his hands. He's an O-line friendly quarterback. If it's a 3-step drop, he's most likely going to get rid of it. If it's a 5 or 7-step drop, by the time he gets back to his drop, he's trying to find his playmakers. But you know what? It's a lot on Matt Moore, but it's more on the rest of the team, the defense, the special teams, and that offensive line. The offensive line has got to pick it up for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not saying they're doing a bad job, but they have to do better now, because now they have to take some of that emphasis off the quarterback, because you're not going to get those scrambling quarterback plays. You're not going to get those deep balls as often. I'm not saying Matt Moore can't do it. He can definitely do it, but you got to find a way to be more balanced. You have to find a way to be more balanced. You have to get your running backs involved. Get my guy Damian Williams the ball, and see what he can do. But I believe in Matt Moore. I understand why you think Patrick Mahomes' injury could be devastating to the Chiefs. He was last year's MVP. He's very, very valuable, not just to this league, but to the Kansas City Chiefs. But I believe Matt Moore can do his thing.
And they're not going to get to play Denver and Joe Flacco every week, so
no, they are not.
He's going to have to step up for them.
And every time the opposing team sees Kansas City on their schedule or their next opponent, they're going to get the best game they can possibly get.
Absolutely. All right, a big topic of conversation around the NFL right now is the officiating. Touchy subject for you, because
we all know what happened.
As you know, your career ended because of a bad call last year.
Well, I'm not saying my career ended because of that, but that
happened to be your last game.
That happened to be my last game. I just didn't want to. I didn't feel the need to play anymore. That wasn't why we stopped playing, but it kind of sucks that my last game had to come to that. It had to come from the refs blowing another call, and
a lot of these officials will make calls. Don't really care. It's just their work. Like, if you guys go to work, make a mistake, go home. Don't think anything about it.
I won't say they won't care. They definitely care. But you know what? You got to start getting it right.
Hold them accountable, too. Because I'm just saying, they make a call like that last year, and it ends up being your last game. That's your last memory ever playing because somebody made a mistake.
You know how much hard work was put into that?
The magnitude of those decisions.
Yeah. And you look at a team like, okay, let's take it right back to Monday night. Detroit.
Green Bay.
In Green Bay, in Lambeau. They had an opportunity to go in there and get out of there with a W. And why didn't they?
It was a Meehan upset special of the week.
The Zebras.
Love you, Zebras. Shout out to my uncle and my dad out there, referees. But they do have to get it right.
They have to get it right, man, because look, that can be, that game can make or break the Detroit Lions season. What if they don't make the playoffs because of that one game? You're always going to go back to that game. 2 hands-to-the-face penalties on Trey Flowers that were
phantoms.
Yeah, it was despicable. Like, how does that happen? So you know what? Fans are upset. Fans are going to continue to get upset, and they're going to be more upset when we start reviewing holding calls. Now we're already reviewing pass interference. We're going to start reviewing every single personal foul call there is, because you can't keep deciding games because of human error. Or we're going to have computers out there above us, like the cameras, or they're going to have to do something to get it right, because it's hurting the game. It's hurting the NFL.
So you're saying that an automated system that takes subjectivity of human error out of it we could be leaning that way?
I'm not saying that we are leaning that way, but it's going to have to be a conversation.
Right.
Something's going to have to happen, whether it's you keep the same amount of refs or you have more refs that's up top, just working hand in hand with those guys. It has to get better. It can't continue. I think I saw a stat the other day that from this point in the season compared to last point in the season, 200 more flags have been thrown.
Wow.
You got to be kidding me, man. Let these guys play football. Let them play football. And call the obvious penalties. Those were not hands to the face. So you know what? If it gets to the point where we have to review those calls, we're going to have to review those calls, because the Detroit Lions did not deserve to lose that game.
Okay. So you guys have it, a player's perspective.
I had to get that off my chest.
Yeah. It's a big chest for those of you listening and not watching. A little smaller than it used to be. But anyway.
That's a good thing.
Biggest surprises so far this year in the NFL. This is a segment we do every week. It changes every now and then, but you've kind of been consistent. Before you jump into it, biasly, let me run through these, and then we'll each pick one.
Okay.
I'm going to start on the West Coast. The Los Angeles Rams are 3-3. 3 weeks ago, they were 3-0.
Yeah.
That's a 3-game losing streak. I did that math by myself.
Oh, you're great. Statman.
Statman is back. They aren't really showing any signs of improvement. They have more injuries. I believe
they do get Gurley back.
Okay. And they just got possibly, arguably, the best corner in the league.
I'm not going to say the best.
Ramsey?
I'll say he's one of the best. Top 3 for sure.
They are 1-2 at home this season. You've played in L.A. Is there a fan base there? Are there people supporting them enough to give them a competitive advantage when they play at home?
Back in 2016, I was with the Miami Dolphins. We went and played in L.A. You're playing in the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl holds 90,000 plus. There was probably around 60 to 70,000 people there, so there were some empty seats. But, it was definitely a mix of Dolphin fans and Rams fans. But, what increases fan attendance? Wins, Super Bowls, playoff appearances. So
they were in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, we know. We know they got to the Super Bowl, whatever. But they still have some fans there. But you know what? If you're not going to show out at home, you're 1-2 at home. You got to give the fans some entertainment. You got to give them something to see, man. They want to come and see you. They want to continue to keep spending that money. That's what the league is. They need that. They need those funds, obviously. So for them to be 1-2, they need to find a way to turn their season around.
We apologize. There are trains passing overhead, so just bear with us on that. Moving right along, Carolina Panthers are 4-2. Now, if I told you this in August, it probably wouldn't be too much of a surprise because they have a great team, solid defense. I know you love Luke Kuechly. Christian McCaffrey, possibly MVP this year. But Cam Newton goes down. Similar to Mahomes, he's the engine that runs that team. They weren't playing well with him. He goes down, and you get Kyle Allen, rookie, comes in, plays well week 1. Okay, maybe it's an anomaly. But now he's 4-0. Let me give you some stats.
Statman, where are you?
He's 80 of 122, which is 65% completion.
It's pretty good.
He's thrown for 901 yards, 106.6 QB rating over 4 games, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's a key right there. And the team has scored 125 points in those 4 games. They're 4-0. Is this a surprise to you?
Yeah, he's a rookie as well, right?
Correct. First year.
So that's definitely a surprise. But I would tell you the Carolina Panthers has some tough decisions to make. What are they going to do with Cam?
So they're heading into a bye week.
They are heading into a bye week, but which gives Cam a little bit more extra time for him to get his injuries back right, get his body feeling back good. But, what are they going to do? Are they going to continue to ride this wave? If it's, I don't know, man. If it's me, you're 4-0 with this guy. Cam, you were 0-2. I don't know if he still has some lingering issues. But Kyle Allen is 4-0 as the Carolina Panthers starting quarterback. They have some decisions to make. So, what do you think is going to happen? To me, it's like you ride the Kyle Allen wave until he struggles. Maybe he doesn't struggle. Maybe he continues to have these wins. He's trending up. When he starts plateauing or maybe definitely trending down, you put Cam back in. But for me, you ride this wave, man. He's 4-0.
So I'm a big believer of you don't lose your spot due to an injury. But it happens every day, right?
Yeah.
So they have a little cushion here. I think they're 4-2. New Orleans is 5-1. So the competition for the division is right there. Tampa Bay, fell off. Falcons are 1-5. They're not even in the picture. So
they're not even a thought.
You have some wiggle room there. I think you could leave Allen in until he at least loses a game, right? Let Cam get extra healthy. Let Allen mess up because he hasn't thrown an interception yet.
I mean, he's managed the game so well. I mean, you look at it, 900 yards over 4 games. You're talking a little bit over 225 yards a game. 7 TDs through the air, no interceptions. He's managing the game really well. The defense is playing well. I like what they're doing. I'm not going to say they can continue to do that, but
I'm glad you said that. Manages the game. That's the key. He's managing these games.
It is.
And
but at some point, a quarterback, you got to make plays. He's doing well. He's playing well. 106 on the QBR. That's pretty good. But it's going to be tough. So let me ask you this: if they put Cam back in there, and he loses another game or two, you going to bench him?
It's going to be tough. It would be tough to throw Allen back in there, and now Allen's going to be bitter and maybe not play as well.
But sometimes you got to really sit back and look at the situation. Look at the situation. Kyle Allen is a rookie. He didn't even think he was even going to have this opportunity. So if he does get back, if he does have to sit on the bench again, maybe he won't take it wrong. Maybe he won't take it the wrong way. He just understands that he got some experience. But a healthy Cam Newton is a dangerous player. He's a dangerous player under center.
I agree. And 5 weeks ago, people didn't know who Kyle Allen was. Where'd Kyle Allen go to school?
I don't know.
I had to look it up. Houston.
Okay.
Houston, we don't have a problem right now, so leave him in.
Yes. Cool.
All right, the Green Bay Packers are 5-1. Historically, we assume them to be 5-1. Great franchise, but they have a first-year head coach, Matt LaFleur. He's a Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay guy. It's his first year with Aaron Rodgers. There were some rumors about Rodgers, having problems with McCarthy towards the end. So wasn't really sure how this was going to work, if Rodgers was going to be open-minded about a new system coming in, what the learning curve would be, how long it would take for them to mesh. But they're 5-1. May have gotten a freebie Monday night, as you said.
No, it's not may have. They gave the Green Bay Packers an early Christmas present. Here you go, Green Bay.
Only loss.
Take this W.
Only loss of the year is to an Eagles team on a short week on a Thursday night. I had the upset special there. Shout out. Me's picks aren't doing so well right now, so I got to take everything I can get. But 5-1, Green Bay Packers, first-year head coach. Are you surprised?
I'm not. Who's your quarterback?
Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Whenever you got that guy under center, you got to be excited. You got to feel good about your chances to win games. But their defense is playing pretty well. They have 2 really good pass rushers, and Preston Smith and I forget the other Smith, but they're the Smith brothers.
Smith brothers.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that at all. Now, if they were 3-3, I would say I'd be surprised at that, but it's time for the Green Bay Packers to kind of get back on a roll, don't you think? I mean, the last couple years, Aaron Rodgers has had a couple injuries. The team has been up and down. So I like to see him continue to have success. Obviously, being in Chi City, Chi Town, they don't want to see it, but it definitely makes for a good Bears-Packers matchup.
Let me run this by you. This is their schedule. So this week they play the Raiders.
Okay.
Then they play a banged-up Chiefs team. I think they're banged up. You think Moore can handle that one. Chargers are underperforming. They play the Panthers, who we said are overproducing, but we don't know if that's going to be sustainable. And then they head into San Francisco.
Yeah.
So Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Panthers, 4 winnable games. Let's say they win those games. They're going to be 9-1 going into San Fran, who is undefeated right now.
Yes, and that's going to be a great game of the week discussion we're going to have.
Bush and Mee Show game of the week.
Hey, but I don't know if they win every single one of those games before they hit San Francisco, but they definitely have a good chance of only losing one, if not winning all of them, and making this a really interesting
Even if they lose
season.
one, 8-2 going into that game, I think it's going to be great.
For sure.
Big surprise for me. Is it the biggest surprise? We'll find out in a couple minutes. Next up, your favorite go-to 2 weeks in a row.
Ooh.
Buffalo Bills, 4-1.
Should be 5-0. Nah, I'm not gonna say should be 5-0. But they had an opportunity to be 5-0.
Could be 5-0. That was Tom Brady's worst statistical game of his career.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You are the stat.
Worst statistical game of his career. 16-10. Josh Allen got hurt, and Matt Barkley came in. They had a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line, down 16-10. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Couldn't punch it in.
Yeah.
So they lost. So they're 4-1.
Yeah.
Still a surprise to us, though.
Yeah.
They're playing the Dolphins this week. I don't want to say that's a.
I'd probably say that's a W.
Step over game, but let me run their schedule to you for the next couple weeks.
Okay.
3 straight home games.
Okay.
Dolphins.
I would say that's a win.
Eagles.
That's going to be a tough matchup for them, but they are playing in Buffalo. Buffalo has great home field advantage. It's a tough place to play. So I don't know. I kind of like the Bills' chances in that, but that's a toss-up.
They break tables and they eat chicken wings.
Ooh, I love chicken wings.
They break tables while they eat chicken wings.
Ooh.
Then they welcome the Washington Redskins.
I would say that's another W.
Most people would.
But on any given Sunday, you can get that ass whipped.
We could, as you would know. Moving right along.
Really?
Moving right along.
I'm telling you, it's just every show he finds a way to throw a jab in there.
We try to sneak him in here,
Don't
but
worry,
he called that.
I'll get him.
All right, then they go to Cleveland, who's the Jekyll and Hyde team right now. We don't know who's going to show up there.
You don't know who you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get good Cleveland or bad Cleveland. We've seen bad Cleveland in the last couple weeks.
Correct.
I hope they can find a way to turn it around, but I also think that all starts with your quarterback. He has to turn it around. He has to stop turning the ball over. Make some plays. You have too many playmakers on that team for you not to be successful. Your defense is good. Stop putting them in bad positions. Turnovers put teams in bad positions. Turnovers make really good teams look really bad. Baker's got to do a better job.
So the Bills are going to go into Cleveland. After that, they're going into Miami, another winnable game for them, and then they host the Broncos. So 6 weeks there. They're 4-1 right now. Let me run through 4 winnable games for them. Dolphins, Redskins, Dolphins, Broncos.
Yeah.
Let's say they win those 4 games. 6-1. I'm sorry, 8-1.
Okay.
2 other games, Eagles and Browns. They'll be competitive, but they could lose.
Eagles are going to be a tough game.
Yeah, but it's in Buffalo. But it'll still be a competitive game. Let's just say they lose both those games. They'll be 8-3.
At the 12-week mark?
At the 12-week mark. So 8-3. If I told you in August the Buffalo Bills would be 8-3, your response would have been?
I would have called you a liar.
Liar. I was going to go crazy, but liar works.
A liar.
So 8-3 they could be at the 12-week mark. That's a surprise to me.
That is a surprise, but you know what? Shout out to the Buffalo Bills for ignoring the noise. Ignoring the noise, which Dallas should be doing. But you know what? They're putting their head down. They're playing ball. Josh Allen is playing well. Their defense is playing stout. I like what they're doing. I like what Buffalo's doing. I hope they keep it up because it'll be a good story, and they're going to continue to surprise some people if they keep playing this way.
Is that your biggest surprise again so far this season?
Yes, it is. I'm going to stay with them. But I will say it's my biggest surprise, but I'm also definitely I'm going to show props. I'm going to give them respect and just acknowledge the success they've been having. It's been pretty cool to see, man. I'm glad they're doing it.
He loves his Buffalo Bills. He loves his Buffalo wings, and he's not.
Speaking of Buffalo wings, we're going to be taking a little break.
We will, but I'm going to go. My surprise so far is going to be Carolina. 4-2. If you told me in August that they were going to be 4-2, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. Decent record.
Yeah.
But the fact that they started 0-2, you throw a rookie quarterback in there, Kyle Allen, who's managed the game, which I like that. I'm going to reuse it. He's managed the game and won 4 in a row for them. So, biggest surprise for me so far, Kyle Allen, Carolina Panthers, also because they're going into a bye week. So, they can't pin me wrong this week. I get 1 week off. I'm going to take the layup.
Okay.
I need them right now.
That's cool.
If you see my picks, I need the layups right now.
Keep taking the easy way out.
So we are going to take a break. We're going to step out and have some lunch, review some famous Chicago places for you guys. So hang tight. Join us there.
Bush and Mee here. We just stepped away for a little bit of lunch. We came over here to Harold's Chicken.
Harold's Chicken Shack, world famous. Gonna see how it is, what the hype is all about. Bush, get that wing.
That wing, I put a little mild sauce on it.
I'm gonna try it dry first. Not too bad. It's a little dry.
Well, you don't know nothing about no chicken.
It's a little dry.
Probably want your chicken grilled.
put the sauce on it now.
How you feel about that? How you feel about it with the sauce?
I'll let you know in a second.
You got crust.
Why are you rushing me? You're rushing me.
You feel me?
Definitely better with the sauce. Definitely not as good as Jerry's chicken. Jerry Bushrod, shout out. If I had to rate chicken,
What would you give it?
put it like a 6.8.
6.8?
6.8. It's not bad.
I'll give it a 7-ish. I'll give it a 7. A fried chicken connoisseur.
Harold's Chicken Shack, world famous Chicago. That's a review. Portillos, the hot dog place in Chicago.
This is our second lunch stop of the day.
Second.
What we got here?
This is the hot dog place. They say you want a Chicago dog, you come to Portillos.
This ain't your regular hot dog either.
So we came to Portillos. Ooh, get up in there. Get up in there.
Oh, show me.
Got some peppers, some pickles.
Show me goods. Sorry, my hand.
Let me get that nice zoom on that thing.
Zoom in. A whole pickle on it.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm
This ain't
asking.
no regular hot dog.
No, this ain't your
You got
regular.
over here, oh, same thing. All right.
It's about
Tomato on it?
Tomato,
There's
onions.
tomato. Sorry, Joe. I know you're hungry back there,
mustard.
but we're gonna indulge.
Sorry, man. That's how y'all do me, man.
On a
Sorry.
sesame seed bun, but this ain't no Mickey D's, you feel me?
Secret sauce.
That's good. I like it. Chicago style hot dog can change your life. Look at that.
You can check. We got a truck behind us, so you can taste the hot dog, but you also get the pickle juice, the peppers, the tomato, everything in there. This is a strong 8-2. What was it, 8-2? Hot dog over chicken in my book.
I ain't putting it over no chicken, baby. I can't put it over the chicken. But it's good though.
Can we get a score?
I'm gonna give you 8. I'm gonna give you 8.5 on the hot dog scale. But I ain't putting it over the chicken though.
Got that pepper in there, get a little kick. Little onion for a little flavor.
Pump that gas.
Strong 8-2. Portillos. You're in Chicago? Check it out.
Welcome back to the Bush and Mee Show. I hope you guys enjoyed the things that we had for lunch. Harold was great.
A little dry. It was a little dry.
You don't know chicken. You don't know chicken.
Yeah, chicken in my salad.
Yeah, what you want, a grilled chicken with some ranch and some Italian on it? No.
The hot dog.
You don't know fried chicken.
The hot dog was banging. I'm a hot dog guy. I love hot dog. And that was...
Like the hot dogs on the back of your neck.
That was... Touche.
I'm joking, I got a couple too.
That was top 2 hot dogs I've ever had in my life. I'm a big cheese dog guy. So I do like some cheese on mine, but tomato, onion, pickle, pepper.
That chicken was hitting. You tripping.
Sesame seed bun. It's like a Big Mac of hot dog.
But yeah, you tripping. That chicken was good. And then you put that mild sauce on it.
The sauce definitely helped it out.
That chicken was good.
It's just, I mean, Jerry Bushrod spoils me.
Hey, look.
Shout out to Jerry Bushrod.
Don't nobody do it. Don't nobody do it like Pops. You heard me?
That's the best I've ever had.
For sure. Yeah.
Speaking of best, we got a little segment on the Bush and Mee Show. If you're new, welcome aboard.
Welcome.
For those of you that always follow us, this is our signature segment, Best and Worst.
Yes.
So, Jermon has played for both the Saints and the Bears. We've heard memories from both the Saints and the Bears, best and worst. So we don't want to oversaturate you with that information. So we're in Chicago, beautiful city. Why don't we talk about, you lived here for 3 years.
Yes.
Why don't we talk about your best and worst memories of living in Chicago?
Okay.
What do you want to start with?
You tell me.
Let's get the worst out of the way.
All right. Well, that's easy. Because I landed last night at O'Hare. And I was just trying to get to the city, which is usually a 25 to 30 minute trip to the city. It really shouldn't take that long. It was a parking lot. And the traffic has always been bad in Chicago.
17 miles, hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, it took me an hour. I got in my car. My driver picked me up.
Oh, fancy.
He picked me up at 8. I didn't get to my spot in the city till 9:20.
Did he get out and help you put your Gucci bags in the car?
I didn't have Gucci. It was Louis. Don't play me. But yeah, I mean, look, the traffic has always been brutal to me. I mean, like, if you leave at a good point in time, if you leave at a good time, the traffic really isn't that bad. But if you leave anything after 2:30 or 3 o'clock, it doesn't matter what day of the week, you're going to be gridlocked at some point. So Chicago traffic is definitely on my worst memory list.
And that does not surprise me because for a person who is perpetually late,
whoa.
Traffic
Easy.
Traffic is a big because they're already running late. Now you add traffic into that, they're gonna be even more late.
It was out of my hands.
So the first part was out of your hands. So your flight was also delayed an hour.
Yeah, that's out of my hands.
Correct. None of that was your fault this time. But usually you're brushing your hair or marinating.
I always got the brush. The brush is always
or marinating. For those of you that can't see, he just grabbed his brush and is currently brushing.
What am I brushing?
Whatever's left up there.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
For those of you that just listen and don't watch, I don't have any hair.
No, he does not.
I'm like Brian Baldinger. All right.
The second one. I'm gonna go with the weather. But it is very nice.
So we're
out
still
here.
on worst. So two worst.
Yes. Yeah. My first one was the traffic. The second one
and now we're
has
on
to
weather.
be weather. But
Okay.
I will say I'm out here in a coat. He's out here in short sleeves. He's gonna be the one that has the sniffles tomorrow.
I'll be fine.
When I'm good.
I got thick skin.
Mama always said, bundle up. It's a little chilly out here. Don't let this weather get the best of you.
As soon as you said Mama always said, I heard Brenda say, where's your coat?
That's exactly.
Brenda, I don't have a coat.
That was a voice in my head. So.
I got it just now.
Yeah.
So the weather and the traffic.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause look, I live in South Florida now. So when I came here, it was 90 when I left.
Spoiled.
Nah, I'm not spoiled. It just is what it is.
Not
But
spoiler alert.
my winters here when I stayed, the first winter I experienced in Chicago, it was the second worst snowfall in Chicago history. Like crazy. We had 8 days with the wind chill in the negative 40s.
Did you shovel or did you support the local kids going door to door?
Shovel? What's that?
Oh, God.
What's a shovel? No,
Snow removal service.
Hey, man, people out here hustling. If you're gonna come by and shovel my driveway for 20, cool. I'll give you 40. That's about where I cap it off, man. But yeah, that's
I'm
my
gonna sit in
worst.
here and brush my hair while I watch you shovel my driveway. Let's go to best.
Yeah.
I like to end on a high note. Lived in Chicago for 3 years.
Yeah.
What were some of your best memories? Besides me coming to visit.
You barely came to see me.
3 times in 3 years.
That's not bad.
I was at your 30th birthday party.
You were, and we turned up.
Don't want to see pictures of that.
Me? I had the high top.
He had the high top.
You had the white shoes.
I had the white shoes, the baby blue pants, and the pink shirt, and I passed out in the thing on the way home. But that's another story.
Yes.
Best and worst. We're gonna go best. What are your best memories?
I'm gonna go with the food. You saw me indulging earlier.
Okay.
The great thing about Chicago, man, they have a lot of choices you can pick from. You have your staples, your Chicago hot dogs, your deep dish pizzas. Unbelievable.
Keep it going.
You have, the Harold's Chicken is always fire. The steakhouses are great. You got good seafood here in Chicago.
It's a plethora.
Good barbecue.
Plethora is the word they use.
Whatever your heart desires, you can get it here in the city of Chicago. So I'm gonna go with the food. And my second one, I'm gonna go Bears fans. Bears fans.
Okay.
They're a passionate fan base that loves their Chicago Bears. They are dying for another Super Bowl winner. Will this year be the year?
Long pause.
I don't know. I don't know.
So I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I don't get a best and worst, but we were out in the city today. Started early. I had to pay off my punishment.
Yeah.
Had to throw on a Saints jersey. We went over to Millennium Park.
Yeah.
Saw the bean. Put the Saints jersey on. Turned the corner. good 500 to 1,000 people there.
You might be exaggerating a little bit, but it was a lot of people.
I'm painting the picture. Just let it go. And I had to start going, who that? And people are turning around going, who's who? Who is what?
Who is that?
But a lot of people were very nice. They came up to us, asked what the show was about. That they followed us.
What show?
At Bush and Mee Show. Bush and Mee Show. They followed us immediately. They took pictures with us. When I say us, I mean him. And they showed a lot of love around here. Mostly to him, but to the Bush and Mee Show as well.
You know.
So, I'll agree with you there. Love the fans here in Chicago.
You can't beat it, man. Look, they're a passionate fan base, especially when it comes to their Bears football.
Gotta love it. Chi-Town 312.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With that, best and worst, we're gonna take another break. We'll come back with we're gonna have some food here at Barcocina.
I'm excited about
Bring
that.
the manager on and hear what this place is all about. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Bush and Mee Show. We have a very special guest here today. Why don't you take this over, Mr. Mee?
I got you. So we are here at Barcocina in Chicago. Thank you guys for letting us host this event. We have with us managing partner Rick Douglas. Rick, welcome aboard.
Hello.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on here?
So Barcocina, we opened in 2015. We've been going real strong for 4.5 years. We have a huge 4,000 square foot patio. A lot of space inside as well. Do a lot of private events, parties, serving awesome modern Mexican fare along with delicious cocktails and a great time. Tequila.
Beautiful patio you have here.
A very nice vibe, as you can see behind me.
Yeah.
You got the fire going, so it's in the mid 60s tonight. But you know what? I feel good out here. You got the fire going. You got the cafe lights. I love the vibe. I'm big on the vibe.
I like your intro better than mine.
Hey.
Yeah.
Paint the picture for him, Mom. Paint the picture.
No,
I'm
that's
trying.
good.
You know,
that was great.
that's what we're trying to do.
He gave you weather.
Yeah,
He gave you ambiance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I give you a little
I got nervous. Yeah, nice.
sample.
All right, so beautiful place here, beautiful spot. What are some special nights you guys do here?
What are your go-tos on the menu?
So, prior to the LeBron James craze, we were doing Taco Tuesday for a long time.
Trendsetter.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
You tried to trademark that.
Yeah, he tried. It was scary.
We've been doing Taco
Scary
Tuesday for
6
years.
days for us during the trademark phase. But we give away a 50-inch TV. Nice train in the background. There you go.
Yeah, we've been having it all night, but hang in there.
It's good. 50-inch TV every week. We do $19.95 all-you-can-eat tacos. We got 10 delicious different style tacos on the menu that you can mix and match and eat as many as you can. So Tuesday nights.
What time is that from?
It's all night, and we usually raffle the TV. We raffle a lot of stuff, TV being the biggest prize. Local neighborhood businesses, different things like that, but about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Raffle that off.
That's real nice.
What don't mean to put you on the spot here, but what's your favorite thing on the menu?
Okay, so the favorite thing on the menu, I think, is the truffle street corn guacamole. We're actually gonna try that, I think, here in a second.
Okay.
It should be coming out pretty soon.
It's exactly what it says, in the description. It's delicious street corn that you usually get like in a low taste, right on top of guacamole with shaved black truffles on top. It's unbelievable. It's really good. Yeah.
Ooh.
That sounds delicious.
Little treat coming for you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we are going to have some food here in a little bit, but you guys do host parties, as you said. There is a party here tonight. I think I was told
We
it's an 80s
tried to
party?
get in the back, and they were like, no, that's party time back there.
Yeah, they're decking out a party in the back right now.
Awesome.
So we didn't book in enough time because my friend over here is always late. He's a late planner.
Are we going to continue to keep
This
talking about
is
that?
the theme. You're always late. So we got this spot. John told me we could use the spot, and I told him we'd be here at 4:30. We were a little late because of somebody else. But there was a party already booked in the back, so they put us up here. But beautiful ambiance.
Yeah, I love the location we're at. I mean, you get to see everything that Barcocina has to offer. I love
But you guys have an 80s party here tonight in the back.
80s
You have
party.
an area for that.
Yes, big party in the back. We got a big eat, drink, socialize sign in the back.
Yeah.
Can't see it from this angle, but you can see the other ones. Lit up sign. Big party back there. 80s event. Bringing in their own music.
If you guys are having a work party, birthday party, a Saturday.
Or just because party.
Just because.
We do it all. Yeah.
They do it all here.
So are you the guy to contact for that, or do you have somebody else?
We have someone that does that. You can contact me always, but Desi, D-E-S-I, at barcocinachicago.com. And
Perfect.
she will set you up. The most responsive person in the restaurant industry, I would say.
There you go.
That's good to know.
That's the plug I give her.
That's good to know.
Do you guys have a web page that we could put right here?
Yeah.
We are barcocinachicago.com. Check us out.
On all social media?
Yep. Big Halloween party next Saturday.
Oh,
Barco
okay.
Circus.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For those of you in
Fire
the city?
breathers.
Should we come back?
Oh, it's not.
Should we come back?
Are we coming back?
Free tickets for you too.
I'll ask the
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
I'm on pregnancy watch.
She's
right now.
34 weeks pregnant, so
Whoa, you're not going
we might need a
anywhere.
rain check.
I'm surprised I even got the okay to come here, but we are here. I don't know if I can make the Halloween party fly, but it sounds like it's going to be a hell of a time.
It's gonna be great.
That's awesome. So follow them, check them out. We'll be right back with the food.
Yeah.
Cool.
And hang in.
Sweet.
Oh, look at here.
The food is
Oh,
up.
my favorite part.
What do we have here?
This is the Truffle Street Corn Guacamole.
Oh, this is one. This is your
that's
go-to
what I was
right
talking
here.
about. Yeah, this is a good
Perfect.
one. Get in there.
Oh,
You gotta
man.
try that.
Let's,
We'll dive right in.
Let's go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I don't need
Don't
no
be
plate.
shy. Don't be
I
shy.
don't need no plate.
Oh yeah.
I'm right here with you.
We are all about
Hold on, so you
sharing.
got
Share
The
away.
guacamole,
Share away.
the corn on top of the guacamole.
yeah.
There you go.
Fresh
See a little
shaved
hot
black
With the
sauce.
truffle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let me see something.
For those of you guys
That's
that
a
can't
magical
see,
bite right there.
it's guacamole with some corn on top. Looks like some hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
That's
Bush
a
took a
game.
bite.
Hold on,
Good,
bro.
right?
That's a game changer. Next time I get guacamole, I want corn in it and
That's right.
truffles. You hear me?
That's right. There's nothing you can't put truffle on.
Man,
Wow.
why don't you tell me how good this dish was?
You can
There you go. I'm
you
gonna
taste
get
the
in there,
corn,
too.
you
Why
taste the
not?
truffles,
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna get it.
guacamole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a good mix.
See, Rick wasn't going to try it, but he saw us indulge
I'm hungry.
and dove right in.
I'm hungry.
They look like they just mashed that avocado up too to make that guacamole. That's good stuff.
That is delicious.
That is good stuff.
This is your favorite thing on the menu.
We're gonna take
yeah.
a little bit of a break because I'm gonna feed my face. And we'll be right back when the next dish comes.
Got it.
Then we got a couple more dishes coming out for
So
us.
the other food is here.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Here we go. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, whoa, hey!
It's
okay.
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 She's good.
We ain't gonna drop. Yeah,
We got
you
the-
know, hey, you gotta make it interesting.
Macaroni and
Gotta make it
cheese
interesting.
tacos.
Oh yeah.
You want a little macaroni and cheese taco?
Only the best. Yeah, get in there.
Okay.
Let's start over here. Whoa.
We'll start here.
Yeah,
okay.
let's start here. We'll start with the macaroni and cheese taco.
Oh, thank you. Hope you're. Yeah.
Hand that over to you. This is, I have not seen this anywhere before.
Yeah,
Mac and cheese
this is fun, man.
and
We
a
try to have
taco.
fun here. Yeah. So,
What's the red stuff on top?
Okay, so that is flaming hot Cheeto dust.
Flaming hot Cheeto dust.
Yeah. Get in there. 4 cheese, a little pancetta, a flour tortilla. It's kind of like almost like a really good grilled cheese sandwich in a tortilla. You know.
I hate to sound so repetitive, but this is delicious.
It's good. It's different.
That's good.
It's
different.
definitely different.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, we try to have a little fun with the tacos here. You know.
How long you guys had this on the menu?
That's about 2 months.
Okay.
Still getting but it's been doing real well.
How many different
It's fun,
tacos do y'all have on the menu?
10 tacos.
Wow.
10 different tacos.
And like you said, it's different. It's not your typical fish, beef, chicken.
We don't do it. There's no rice and beans. We don't do anything traditional. Try to make it fun.
That's good. That's good.
Like it?
What do we got here in the middle?
Hold on. On a scale of 1 to 10, give me a taco rating. Rate the taco for me. It's macaroni and cheese.
I'll go 8-2.
Okay.
8
I'll take an
too.
8 too. I'll take an
That's
8
strong.
That's
I'm a
solid.
big taco guy.
Yeah.
I like
It's
tacos.
different.
a
I
lot.
like something that's different. It's not your ordinary taco.
True.
You know.
You already gave your rating.
Okay, well, give me yours then.
You gotta
You're
post
jumping
it.
into mine.
Post results.
I'm gonna go 8-5.
8-5.
I like.
You're just always trying to one up me.
I
That's
like
okay though.
tacos and I like macaroni and cheese and I like Cheetos.
I do like Cheetos.
You do
Can
like
I go
Cheetos.
back and redo my vote?
We could edit
Three
it.
things that I really enjoy.
Yeah, all 3 things. That's great. That's awesome.
Sweet. Glad you
Innovative.
guys like it.
Innovative.
Yep.
What do we have in the middle?
All right, there we got the Cuban quesadilla.
Cuban
Okay.
quesadilla.
So what we're doing here is basically your traditional Cuban sandwich, smoked ham, pork, and then what we do is instead of bread, we griddle the tortilla. So it's kind of like a Cuban sandwich, griddled down, nice bite, not too
Ooh.
sloppy, easy shareable dish.
Are we
I'm
going
gonna go
sauce?
sauce first.
Oh yeah,
right?
then we have some
I
delicious.
don't want you out here double dipping.
Yeah, get in there.
I know how you
Is
do
it
it.
like a honey mustard?
Yeah. No, it's like a mustard.
Yeah, that's solid. That's solid.
My brain's confused right now. Because it tastes like a Cuban, but I'm eating like a quesadilla, so my
That's-
brain thinks it should be.
That's the goal right there, I think.
Yeah,
You know?
that's awesome. So
The
it's not like the
tortilla is
Cuban-
like the vehicle to
Right.
get something unique to the table.
The one thing I enjoy about this restaurant is you don't do anything like you were saying traditional Mexican style.
Yeah, that's
dishes.
right, that's
You know,
right.
everything is different. It's not your average quesadillas. It's not your
That's
average tacos. It's definitely not your average guacamole.
That's right.
That's kind of blowing my mind a little bit. 'cause I just
you're
took
kinda-
another bite, and it's a quesadilla, but you get the Cuban taste.
Especially being in South Florida, you know, Cuban population is heavy down there.
Sure.
The Cuban sandwiches are heavy
Sure.
down there. So
Sure.
I like this spin on it. It's
Sure.
it's refreshing to see. When you have food like this and a vibe like this, you really can't go wrong down here at Barcocina.
Thank you.
Very innovative. They're being innovative here. Barcocina raising the bar a little bit.
Yes, they are. Okay, you're good with the words.
You like that? What do we have
All
here?
right. This last one, this is also one of my favorites. Fun one to talk about as well. So this goes back to like college years. You get a big bag of Fritos. They dump cheese in there. They dump beans. They dump salsa. Put a little.
What college did you go to?
Oh, maybe you've never heard this.
I'm just
All right,
kidding.
so this is the walking taco. So what we do here is try to make it fun and a little bit more sexy, I'll say. So where you're not getting so sloppy. So it's a nice, perfect bite walking taco right there on a homemade Frito that we
Okay.
make.
It's
Yeah.
like
You want to
a,
go first?
Yeah.
it's like a new age taco.
And that's hanger steak. So it's a nice
Hanger
piece of
steak.
nice piece of meat right there.
All right, you took too
little
long.
guac, little sour cream, fresca,
This is going to take me back to college.
and queso. Delicious queso. Yeah, get in there. You know, it's all you just slam it down. It's got a lot of stuff going on.
The steak is really tender.
It's good.
Got
steak.
good crunch
Not
with
too
the good crunch with the tortilla. It says tortilla.
Sure, that's free. It's a homemade Frito.
Homemade Frito.
Yeah.
Sorry. Good sauces. You got your vegetables on it. Man, that's solid. I'm gonna eat another one.
Get in there.
So for any of you nacho fans out there, you sit there and you try to scoop all the good stuff onto the nacho. Your hands get all dirty and everything. This has everything in one bite.
We try to do the scoop for you. You know,
The
we
scoop
try to
is done for you.
Pre-scoop you.
That's delicious and has
everything
everything.
we do here is a perfect bite, rather than you're not gonna really dip much besides guacamole and salsa.
It takes you about 15 seconds to chew it, and you get
It probably
15
took me
different
about
flavors.
a whole minute to eat the whole plate.
There you go.
We're not gonna go there.
There you go.
It
We're
takes
not
you
gonna go
15
there.
seconds. 15 seconds, you get 15 flavors.
No, hey, I enjoyed this.
Cool.
I really enjoyed this. It was a different spin, I guess you say, on your traditional Mexican spin.
That's right.
You know, it was,
I like it. Very innovative.
yeah.
That's what I would say. You guys are setting the bar, setting the trend.
Try to have fun with it. That's the name of the game. Have fun.
Barcocina here in Chicago. Come try it out.
Check them out.
Try the macaroni and cheese tacos.
The guacamole with that corn. It was,
Ooh, that's his
what's
favorite.
the official title of it?
That's a truffle, or excuse me, the truffle street corn guacamole.
Truffle street corn
You
guacamole.
can't go wrong with anything that got truffle in it.
Oh yeah, you really can't.
All this stuff is delicious.
Yeah.
Rick, thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem. Thank
I'm
you
full
guys.
now. You got a bed in the back?
Hey, we plenty of space. We could probably make one. You know,
Okay, yeah. Just
build
go
one
ahead.
real quick. Or
Knock a couple people out.
something. Okay.
I need a little blanket.
We got sectional couches back there.
Oh,
Yes.
We're going to go put him to sleep, and
right.
we'll be back after this break.
Got
I
it.
got a
Thank you,
little
guys.
itis.
I'm Pierre Thomas, and I had a cool time at Go Climb and Cryo on the Bush and Mee Show. Check it out.
Welcome back to the Bush and Mee Show. We're gonna wrap this thing up with our game analysis.
Game analysis and our picks. Things you guys are all been waiting for. We're gonna do a little different this time. We're gonna start with the upsets.
Oh wow!
Upsets of the week.
Oh, let's go.
For those of you that have been following us, you know how good these picks are. For those of you that are new, we're 5-1.
Sorry if I'm dancing a little bit. There's some music in the background. You know what I'm saying? It sounded kind of good to me. You feel me?
5-1 against the spread.
Who's this?
You
Oh
and
yeah,
me.
me.
We're
and
5-1 against the spread, and we've given you 3 outright upset winners. So that's some pretty good stuff.
It is. It is.
I don't know if we really knew what we were getting into here.
No.
My
no.
picks haven't been that great overall. Jermon's doing really well. I'm 6-8.
It's a
He's
long
9-5.
season. It's a long season.
He's on a 4-game winning streak.
It's a long
But the
season.
strongest part of our picks are these upsets. So make sure you tune in.
Yes.
We're gonna start with Jermon.
Okay.
He's on fire.
Okay.
Upsets of the week, Jermon. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Baltimore Ravens at Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Baltimore Ravens.
My
I'm gonna go
favorite team.
Baltimore Ravens. They're gonna go into Century League.
I believe so.
Okay. They're gonna go and they're gonna upset the Seattle Seahawks. And this is my reason why. They just traded for Marcus Peters this week,
Correct.
so their defense got even stronger against a really talented Seattle Seahawks team. I think the DBs have some success. You always got to watch out for Tyler Lockett. Definitely Russell Wilson's favorite receiver. But when you got Marcus Peters now, that's a pretty locked down secondary. You know, they were already tough. I like the moves that they make. Lamar Jackson has to step it up again. Make sure you're feeding that running back. Feed my guy, Mark, for my fantasy.
Marky Mark.
Yeah, let's come away with at least a touchdown from me. But I'm going Seattle. I'm going Ravens over the Seahawks in Seattle.
Ravens are Jermon's upset pick.
Yeah.
For our followers out there, last week I was a little unruly and I countered your upset pick. I was wrong. You were right. This week, I'm piggybacking you. I think the Ravens pull it off as well, but Earl Thomas is going home, back home. But that's not really his home anymore, right? So
That's where he started his career.
But I think that the rest of the Ravens team knows how much this means to him. They're going to step it up as well.
He's definitely motivated.
I think you made a good pick here. If I didn't make the pick I made, that was going to be my pick.
For sure.
So it doesn't happen much, but I love you. I agree with you.
Who you going with?
I'm going with the Detroit Lions. As you guys know, that was my surprise team. I love the way they're playing. I think they got robbed Monday night. They're going to be playing with extra motivation. Rivalry game. They're hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Vegas has this at 2.5, less than a field goal, on the road. I think that they're baiting you here. Less 2.5 points is kind of like, oh, the Vikings, if they're going to win, they're going to win by at least a field goal.
Right.
So I think they're baiting you to take the Vikings here, who, standings-wise, are the better team. I think Detroit comes out with something to prove. They still have that chip on their shoulder from Monday night. The phantom calls that the referees made hindered them there. I think Detroit comes out. Matt Patricia gets them ready to play, and Detroit's going to win that game.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I do think that the Minnesota Vikings have to feel good about the performance they had last week. Kirk Cousins threw the ball pretty well. Stephon Diggs had a big day.
Huge.
Last Sunday.
Fantasy.
Will they build on that? I mean, for your upset pick's sake, I hope not, but I mean,
You hope so. You don't care about my pick.
I don't. But the Vikings do have potential to do it, but like you were saying, Detroit has to be motivated. Trey Flowers is going to be motivated.
Here's the thing in the NFL, and you know this as you played for 12 years. A team plays really well at home on television. Everybody sees how well they played. Then they have to travel, and it's tough to travel in the NFL.
Yes.
And they're going into Detroit, which isn't historically a tough place to play, but it is a divisional game.
For sure.
So I just think that it's one of those letdowns. You played really well. You're resting on your laurels a little bit here. Go into a place like Detroit, you're like, we should win this one.
Yeah.
And I think Detroit's going to come out with something to prove. I'm going with the Lions.
I agree. I won't lie to you. That Monday night game, Matt Stafford looked great. He looked good, man. He was throwing the ball. He was getting the ball out on time. He was hitting his receivers. It was just unfortunate that they couldn't come away with it. So I'm not going to disagree with you there.
Okay. We'll move on to our game of the week.
Oh, wow.
Eagles at Cowboys. Vegas has this one at 2.5 as well. One of those tricky lines. Eagles, as we just talked about, coming off a big loss against Minnesota. This will be their second road game in a row. Divisional game.
Sunday night football.
Sunday night football. Dallas will be hosting the Eagles. Is coming off that 3-game losing streak that we talked about. Is the locker room divided? Are they going to rally behind Jason Garrett and get this win for him on national television? Jermon Bushrod, what do you think?
I got Dallas. I got Dallas this week. It's time for them to respond. It's time for Dak to get his act together. I know their offensive line is banged up. I don't know if they're getting anybody back, but I understand their offensive line is banged up. But Ezekiel Elliott has to have success. He has to. For Jason Garrett's sake, for him and the media, they do not want to lose 4 in a row with the talent they have on this team.
Can't.
So they have to pick it up.
He might be the next coach to go. If
We'll
that were to
see.
happen, I'm saying.
I mean, you know, you got a lot of buzz around that right now. You know, the media is definitely trying to drive a wedge in between the Dallas Cowboys, their players and their coaches. You've been seeing it. You've been reading their articles. You see the things on social media. I think Dallas Cowboys, they come away with the W this week. I don't think it's going to be easy. It won't be easy. No game in the NFL is easy, but
especially not prime time.
For sure. It's money time. Sunday night football. Dallas they need this win. If they lose 4 in a row, that can be tough.
So I'm with you. I can't see Dallas losing 4 in a row. I think the team should rally and get behind Jason Garrett. But I'm not going that way.
Is that right?
I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay.
And the line's 2.5 again. You got a home team that's struggling right now, but still a home team. They say when you're at home, the line swings 3 points either way.
Yeah.
So if Dallas is at home, you add 3 points to that. So you're telling me the Eagles should be favored by 0.5 point? I just don't see it. It's a funny line. Eagles did not perform that well last week in Minnesota, but I think they're going to show up in Dallas. I think Dallas has a lot going on. They're not worried about the Eagles. They're worried about themselves.
Right.
And they're going to get caught up on this one too. I'm taking the Eagles. Let's go. Doug Peterson. Don't prove me wrong. I need to catch him. So we saved this one for last. We don't usually do this, but the man to my right played for both these teams. His heart rests in both these cities. We got the Saints at the Bears. The line in Vegas is 3.
Is Teddy ready?
You love Teddy being ready.
Is Teddy ready?
Is he ready? One of my friends told me he's done being ready. Take the Bears. There's a lot of injuries.
They are banged up. Jared Cook's not playing.
AK, Kamara's
Their
not
Swiss Army knife in Alvin Kamara is not playing.
I like that Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Breeze?
Breeze, yeah, I mean, Breeze is still getting himself back ready to go. It's interesting. How will the Saints respond this week? You know, your superstar is out in the backfield. I'm excited to see how they rally around him. But I'll tell you what's going to be a tough matchup, but I'm confident in the Saints online that they'll be able to hold Khalil Mack to no sacks. That's going to be big. And I think Teddy's going to have an understanding of where Khalil Mack is before every snap. Is he on the right? Is he on the left? What kind of protection do we have to slide to him? But you know, I do like the tackles in New Orleans. They're both playing both of them are playing at a Pro Bowl level in Teron Armstead and Ryan Ramczyk. They're playing well. I think they hold Khalil Mack to no sacks.
That's bold.
But
Teddy, he's a game changer.
He can literally wreck your whole game plan.
Yeah. And you scheme around him.
But do we know who's playing quarterback for the Chicago Bears?
They say Mitchell Trubisky is questionable.
He's been questionable literally all week. I don't think he's going to play.
I think he's playing.
Yeah?
He'll play. He's been practicing with the ones, getting some time in there. I think he's playing. I don't know if that helps.
Well, he better be
or hurts
100%.
them.
He better be 100%.
I don't know if that helps or hurts them.
I'm going to tell you why they better be 100%. If he's going to be back, if he's going to be out there, the Saints defense is not playing around. They're led by Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, and Marshawn Lattimore is probably having the best season he's had in his career.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
I'm not picking a winner because look,
so we've had meetings about this.
I have a lot of fan love on each side. I'm not picking. I can't pick a winner this week.
We go over these picks, these things before we go on air, and he told me he was going to go with what he felt in the moment. And he's not gonna, and I'm not gonna make him make a pick. I know he would make me make a pick, but
who are you going with? Who are you going with, me?
My analysis.
Who you going with?
The people in New Orleans don't love me right now.
Yeah.
With 2 E's.
Who you going with? Don't think about it. Let it out.
So you got to go on the road. Chicago's a tough place to play. Saints travel well. We saw some New Orleans fans here in the city. Spread's 3. But I got to let you down again, New Orleans. I'm going with the Bears. I got to take the Bears. Spread's 3. Kamara's out. Cook's out. That was your only production last week. Teddy might be ready, but who's he going to throw to? I don't think there's anybody left.
You forgot about Mike T?
Mike T is there, but I think you can scheme.
But you know, they're going to double team him.
You can scheme towards him and take him out of the way. Take him out. Latavius Murray is going to have to step up his game. And I just don't see it happening. Khalil Mack is going to come through. I don't know if it's going to be Trubisky or Chase Daniels, but I think they just managed the game enough. It's going to be low scoring.
All right, for the sake of the show, I'm going Saints.
Oh! We got a pick out of him. I knew I could do it. Just got to get it out of him.
I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not going to sit here and just say, hey, the Bears are going to beat them. I retired as a Saint. That's what I'm going with.
Bears, Saints. Are we wagering on this one?
What do you want to do?
Is there another one?
What do you want to do? You already lost one.
And I paid it up already, so we'll let the fans decide again. New Orleans, take it easy on this time.
Look, the Saints come away with this W, New Orleans. You make sure he has to really, really pay for it.
I'm not shaving my eyebrows. That was one thing in the comments that I can't do. It's the only hair I got left.
Look, I
need to hang on to it.
He's done.
Come on, baby.
This is done.
I'll do a lot of things.
He got a little bit around here, but that's no good. You shave these, you're going to look. Yeah. It is
like
what
Timberlake
it is.
said. Yeah. So, just to recap, upsets of the week. Bush is going with the Ravens. Mee's going with the Lions. We got the game of the week, Eagles at Cowboys. Sunday night special.
Okay.
Bush is Cowboys. Me's going with the Eagles. Let's go Doug Peterson. Don't let me down.
Okay.
And the game, we're in Chicago right now, so we took...
It'll be a hard-fought game.
The two teams that Bush played for.
It will be the hardest-fought game the Saints have this year.
If
they come in here, if they can get a W, it'll be the hardest-fought game they have.
He's hurting right now, but he went with the Saints. I went with the Bears. 3-point spread. Best of luck, man. I know your heart's torn on this one, but we'll let the fans choose again.
I got a lot of love for Chicago.
A lot of love.
I'll be happy either way.
So we had a lot of fun here, Chicago. We love you.
Hey, man, y'all showed major love. The fans, it was beautiful. We had great food.
We want to thank Harold's, Portillos. Thank you, guys. Food was delicious.
Shout out to Barcocina.
Big shout out to Barcocina, John Durkin.
Yeah.
At JDirks1. Follow him on Instagram. He's going to kill me for that. But thank you guys for your hospitality. The food here was amazing. And I'm not just saying that. It was amazing. It was innovative. It's different. If you guys are looking for something, come to Barcocina, Chicago. There's one in Baltimore. Check it out.
As soon as you wrap this up, I'll probably be ordering a couple more.
He's going to order more food. We're going to run the bill up here. Bush, I had a lot of fun. Chicago, I had a lot of fun. It's not over yet. Pierre Thomas, thank you for coming out. Zach Miller, we had a lot of fun, man. Thank you guys for everything. We'll see you next time. Bush and Mee Show.